Hey guys, welcome back. This is Chosen Architect, and today we are going to be fully upgrading and overhauling our ugly mob farm that we had last episode and making this very simplistic setup. Also, we're going to learn how to exchange essence to experience. So, I hope you guys are ready. So, I have a little bit of a design going here. I think this is going to be just perfect for just our little mob farm that we're going to have. And this is just to collect some experience for right now. Eventually we won't have a need for a mob farm, so this will be gone. We'll probably venture towards Woot and get Woot done. But as of right now, this is what we're going with. And I have this creeper going crazy. And also, the platform I had here, the quesadilla chicken that I had, well, effing chat. Because I or-excavated the area, and it fell into the void. So everybody on the server was like, not the quesadilla chicken. Yeah, unfortunately, that chicken will have to rest in peace. Or you guys can pay your respects in chat. But anyways, I'm going to work towards making some glass. So my favorite glass is the dark glass from Extra Utilities. I think it's this right here, the dark glass from Extra Utilities. We need some kind of black dye. And I don't think I've made my way down to get any kind of ink sacs. So, yeah, I don't have any ink sacs, which is not that good on my part. I should probably do that. And I don't... Is there an angel block? Let's see, add extra utilities. I spelled angel wrong. That's what I did. There is the angel block from this. So we need obsidian, gold, and 2 feathers. Alright. Obsidian, gold, and feathers. Right? And we're going to make an angel block. And this is going to allow us... Hopefully I can make an angel block. There it goes. This has some EMC to it. Perfect. That means we can save that. We're going to place some water. I'm going to place it down. I can do it right here. No big deal. Boy, he is all up on me right now. What we're going to do is we're going to just go down a little bit through the water. Come to the side. And they're going to spawn. We're going to get some stuff to spawn. And I don't even see my Y coordinates. There we go. We're down into the 30s. They should spawn in this area. Put it at 25 here, and as you can see, I just placed an angel block, because this is a block you can place in the air. And what I'm going to do is just make a little platform, and you can already see the squid falling. And they will sometimes get caught on the edge here and die. And just like that, we have our squid. That was not hard, was it? Not hard at all. There we go. And this, I think you can shift right click it to get it back in your hand. I thought you were able to shift right click on it or something. We'll just break it. All right, and we'll work our way back up because that's all we needed was some squid ink. Actually, the base looks pretty good from underneath. I'm not gonna lie. I like the pattern. I did change out the center with some dark oak. Which I really like. I really like the way gray looks up against dark oak. Looks really good. Alright, so we were able to pop back in. And now we have ink sacs. Which, ink, or dye, is actually one of the quests, I think. If we go to the very beginning. There was a quest somewhere, I thought, for black dye. Because I thought I remember seeing it somewhere. Maybe not. Maybe not. Alright, so let's go ahead and throw that in there. So now that is saved. And we can now start working on some of our other stuff. Alright, so with that being done, let's get working on that glass, right? Dark glass, it's still from the same mod. We need thickened glass, so we need glass and sand. So glass and sand together equals sandy glass. And we're just going to cook this real fast. Shouldn't take very long. There we go. That's all we need because we can EMC this. And then we're just going to apply some of that, the ink sacs to this glass, and that will give us the dark. Just like that. And I'm going to use this dark glass right in here. Also, I wanted to show you guys another thing that you can do to kind of make your builds look a little bit nicer. On the top, I'm going to put some slabs up here. But you can't just get normal slabs. You can't, like, use concrete. You can't turn concrete into slabs. And there's a lot of blocks that don't have slabs. But you can use the mod called Block Craftery to do that. And I love this mod. It just requires sticks. I mean, it's that simple. Let's grab some sticks. We'll make some of these framed blocks. I'm going to grab a couple because they're EMCable. There we go. And to make framed slabs, it's pretty simple. You just need some framed blocks. And there we go. And now we have framed slabs. These framed slabs are going to come in handy because you can just place the slab down and say you want it to be this block right here. Look at that. You have a slab form of it. You want to remove the block, you can shift right click on it, and then of course you can break it with just a simple axe. And then we'll be able to cover this up, and we'll be able to get going with this. Another thing I'm also going to need is a way to turn this on and off. I don't care if mobs spawn in here, that's not a big deal, but I'll have a lever on this to be able to turn that on and off. But this should eventually be fully automated, and we won't have to really worry about it. So I'm going to go ahead and get the roof on this thing, and we're going to get going with it. So I have pretty much everything ready to go. All I have to do is hook up my cabling and stuff again for like the drum and our crate and stuff like that. Let's go ahead and get another crate. And then I'll get my item conduits before we place this stuff down. Fluid. We'll get this all down and ready to go before I activate this thing. So right here I'll just have the drum. Over here I'm going to do this a little bit different. So I'm going to have a crate, and I'm also going to have the bag storage, and I'm going to show you that here in just a second. Let's go ahead and place not this, I need the fluid one there. Let's go ahead and grab our fluid one. There we go. That'll be on extract, always active. Insert. Okay, so, and this is the main thing I want. So let's go ahead and place this down. So we're going to do the drop of evil. Ready? Oh man, that is so satisfying every time I do that. And then we're going to place the dark glass. It's going to make it completely dark in here. Or at least it should. I think the level... Oh wait, maybe the the framed stuff actually lets light in. Huh. If that's the case, we're going to have to change that, because I can't be having that. I cannot have that. Let's, we could probably do solid blocks. Or... Actually, what I think I might do is dark oak planks. I think that would look pretty good. Not smooth. Well, I guess we couldn't do that. We would have to use like something like Block Craftery, which wouldn't work because it's clear. Huh. Isn't there the architecture craft? We might do that. But that needs to be completely closed off. Alright, so let's get some gray. Light gray. I've got to get this fixed. So, unfortunately, my Block Craftery, it just didn't work. Strange, though, because that should have worked. I've used it before in the past, and it's never given me any issues. So I'm kind of curious as why it's doing it now. Huh. Yeah, it just basically allowed it to be see-through, which I don't want. Anyways, we'll get this fixed real quick. Got to be careful with these wands. I've completely messed up a base before with these wands. Yeah, it was bad. And they're spawning already. Okay, so torches. We'll just throw some torches up here. Some tiny ones. Not full-size ones. And we'll just get those going. I want to get torches on these sides just to make sure that we don't get mob spawning up here. There we go. So, that should be good. We should be good now. Alright, so back to actually setting this thing up. I wish there was a way to get lights, like a light that works inside here, that doesn't make mobs despawn. I know that there are mods that do that. Like Tiny Progressions has a lamp that does that. That's actually not in here, which would be kind of nice to have. Alright, so this is going to start overflowing if I don't get this on, like, now. So that's extract always active, insert. Now, I want to set this one to insert on a higher priority, so that way loot bags go in here specifically. So right now, I want loot bags to automatically go in here. I should see this number rise. And all this stuff should just go away. And that should be a pretty decent experience farm. We should start getting pretty decent experience as we just do our thing over here and not have to worry about anything. So, let's get a chisel. I think I want to get a diamond chisel. And I'm going to have to chisel each of these corners. I want to make these corners match the same material we're using here. And then I think that thing is done. Or the top, I could probably use this gray concrete on the top. That would probably look better. Yeah. And that's pretty much what I'm going with right now. I'm going to go with that. Hopefully this chisel holds up and allows me to do that. Oh, man. Of course, it breaks right when I need it the most. Alright, so I'm going to get this fixed, and then we're going to get to working on a few other things. Alright, so I'm getting some experience now, but I actually want it to be a different form of experience. Right now I'm getting essence, but I really want just normal vanilla experience. And in order to do that, I'm going to need to make something called a fluid dictionary converter. Now this comes from Industrial Foregoing. It's a really nice machine, which will allow me to convert this to a similar product, which fluid essence is equivalent to experience. So I'm going to be converting this over. And now this should actually be pretty easy to do. Let's go ahead and get this set up. So we also have a few other things. If we do experience, we have the experience obelisk, which is going to require some solarium, which we can get pretty easy. Also, we need a soul chassis, which we need the brown organic dye, which I remember explaining last time. We need to get that. So we need dead bushes, right? Dead bushes. So let's take some of these dead bushes. I'm going to go ahead and throw them in the sag mill. We're going to get all of that going. I want to get an experience obelisk made. As you can see, we'll get some of those dead twigs going, because that's what we're going to need, along with some slime. So we have that. Let's get some gold and soul sand. And we're going to make some solarium. And we're going to do this all with Ender.io. Pretty easy. There we go. That should start producing solarium. Mighty fine. Alright. And then we're going to work towards getting an experience rod, which will also go towards the experience obelisk. So, we're going to completely get rid of this barrel once we do this process. So, let's get this. Let's get some plastic. Machine frame. Just one. Not all of those. Converter. Right here. So you can also order dictionary items as well, but we're mostly focusing on this. So, let's get 2 buckets and an iron gear. 2 buckets, gear, iron gear. There we go. And we should just need some glass. Fairly easy to make. Let's throw that in there. And this is a very helpful machine. We're going to set this up. So let's go ahead and dump this. We're going to place this block here now. We should be able to set up our output, so our input location, which is going to be facing up. So we'll shut all those. And what we're going to do is select our fluid, which is essence of knowledge buckets, which is what's going in there right now. We're going to help this out by doing this. We're going to set that to extract always active. It's going to empty that drum that we have been using. That's going to fill that up. And then we're going to set this to experience. That should change, right? We don't want essence buckets. We want experience. That's exactly what we need. Right, so make sure we have this. Essence bucket to experience. This needs to be set to essence bucket. Okay. And as you can see, we are now gaining not essence of knowledge. We need experience. Uh-oh. We broke this. So we'll convert that back later. Probably just gonna break this. Unfortunately, we lost a little bit of experience there. Hopefully that doesn't store. We need that set to essence bucket. Yes, and then turn that into XP. There we go. Liquid XP. That's what we're draining it to. Whew, man, I can't believe I lost that experience there, though. Unfortunate. That's unfortunate. All right, so we have our twigs here. Let's get some slime. We'll take a bit of that. And what we'll do is we'll add that to this. Now that should create some more organic brown dye. Perfect. And we're going to use that to make an obelisk. So the experience obelisk. We're going to need a soul machine chassis. That's going to require this, which is going to require black dye, some crushed quartz, which I think we have some more of that left over. So crushed quartz, black dye, and then the organic brown. Perfect. That should be just about everything we need for this. What are we missing? Soul powder. Oh, so we need to crush up as well. We need to grind up some solarium. So let's do that real quick. That takes no time at all. And that should be everything we need there. There we go. So let's get a chassis. And we'll just combine that with the new soul powder. There we go. Perfect. And the looks like the soul powder actually has a EMC level to it. So we should have just about everything we need. Energetic. We'll grab that. We have the solarium we need. Let's try to make this. Also, we need a fluid tank, so we're going to need some iron. Let's get some iron bars. Or some iron. And did that require just regular glass? So that should be, we should be able to make the tank. There we go. I'm also going to save that. I'm sure we can use that eventually. And we're going to make this, the experience rod. And then we should just be able to make the whole experience obelisk in itself. Let's make another experience rod so we can throw that in here and save the recipe. All right, so there's our experience going there. Let's get a fluid transfer node there. And what we'll do is we'll just set this right here. And we're going to run this cable. Let's go ahead and grab another. Does this have channels? This has channels. So yeah, we'll actually just run the channel here, I think. It might be more compact to run this as a channel, separate channel. Let's grab a fluid. Grab another one. I'm just gonna separate this entirely using the machine itself. So the input, this only will come from the top, and this will only come from the right side. And that should go in there. We'll set this to extract, always active. Insert, and that should go inside here, building up our levels for us. And bam, our mob farm is now actively working like it's supposed to. And there we go. We now have experience that is just building up for us. And it's free. And as you see, the bags are actively working. This is getting filled up. Once we get all the items I can see us getting from a farm, this is going to become a trash can. So I won't even be saving that. There's going to be no need for me to save any of the mob farm drops because we already have other methods for gaining EMC. So with that being said, we've gotten pretty far. We could probably do one of our first steps. We need an enchanter. So this is the enchanter. a couple of diamonds, some dark steel, and a book. This is what we're going to use to actually enchant, along with an anvil, our items. So, we're going to need diamonds, dark steel, and that should be about it for this. We can now make an enchanter. Very easy to make. Very easy to get started. There we go. Perfect. I think we need we're going to have to get some storage set up eventually for this stuff. Because right now, we're just running out of places to put things. So here's the enchanter. Basically, you put in a book here, you get an item, and you get an item out. And then we need an anvil, because we're going to have to put things on our gear. Now, one of the first things I want to put on this stuff is the crystal. So to even get this started, you're going to have to empower it with a vibrant crystal. So let's take a look at a vibrant crystal. So here is a vibrant crystal. It is an emerald surrounded by vibrant alloy. So, emerald, vibrant alloy, break that down, and this should definitely be EMCable. And there we go. We have a vibrant crystal. Let's take that. We'll learn the vibrant crystal. And we're going to need a vibrant crystal. We need 4 of those to empower this, to at least get this thing all started. And all we need is an anvil and a little bit of experience, and we should be able to get this started. So, just like that. That gives this the empowerment. And every single one of these things has to have this first. And now this armor technically has taken off. This thing now will consume power. So 50% of the damage that you take will be absorbed by the power that's inside. This thing can get very powerful. I think it goes up to like 95% of the damage taken gets absorbed by power. So yeah, it's pretty high once you get this thing empowered. The next thing to empower it is a basic capacitor, which is going to require some more levels. But as you can see, our levels are going to dramatically increase there, and we're going to be able to empower this even more. But we need a way to charge this, so a charger is going to be a way we can do that. And of course, we do have a wired charger that we can get. We need an industrial chassis and some electrical steel. So, chassis, I think we have some leftover industrial chassis. Yes, we do. Just seen them. There we go, industrial chassis. We're going to need electrical steel. And that should be pretty easy to get. And that's a wired charger. Just like that. I think these take capacitors. So, I'll grab an octadic capacitor. And I will set this guy, I guess, right here for right now. Really not much I can do. Will this not accept it? Oh, I was going to say, I couldn't shift click it. But there we go. We're now getting some power. I did put some speed upgrades in these things. So this should technically fill with power pretty quickly. Let's see. We'll grab another energy conduit so that way we can make sure this is sharing power and sharing it effectively. And there we go. And now we can actively charge our gear. And we'll have some power in this stuff, which is exactly what I wanted. So, we now have the armor done. We do have an enchanter. So let's grab the enchanter. Let's grab that enchanter, right? Let's go ahead and claim that. We get a $5 reward. There's an item buffer. There is a vat. What else do we need? We need to make the item buffer. We'll work on the vat eventually. Painting machine and a vibrant capacitor bank. All of which will be very nice. And a vibrant photovoltaic cell. Alright, so all those things shouldn't be too hard to get, since we do have the level of stuff we have at the moment. So, anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode of setting up a better mob farm than, you know, the basic one that you start off with. And I hope you enjoyed learning how to actually change the way experience can be handled in this pack. Also, getting ourselves started with empowered gear making our armor quite powerful. That armor can be upgraded and do some incredible things, including like super jump and things like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already. And also give this video a thumbs up, guys. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. And as always, thanks for watching.